Hello everyone, welcome to Career Training Solutions. We are at session 2 of calendars, and in this session we will be discussing odd days and problem solving techniques in calendars. Let's enter into first question of the session. If today is Thursday, after 32 days it will be dash. So we can solve this type of question using odd days concept. Now what is an odd day? For example, if you take 10 days, so in 10 consecutive days you have one complete week as well as 3 extra days. So we can call these 3 extra days as an odd days. So if you add 4 consecutive days with these 3 days, you get 7 days. So you have another 1 week. So 1 plus 1, you totally have 2 weeks. So in 14 days, you don't have any odd days, right? So in this way, you can easily calculate odd days. Now let's have a basic example. In 8 days, if first day is Sunday, then what is 8th day? This is our question. So in 8 days, if first day is Sunday, what is 8th day? So in 8 days, we have one complete week as well as one odd day. Now if first day is Sunday, then 7th day will be obviously Saturday. Then 8th day, that is that one odd day will be the same day of the first day, which is Sunday. So answer for this question is Sunday. And we know for every 7 days once the same day will repeat. So if first day is Sunday, then 8th day will be Sunday, then again 15th day will be Sunday, then again 22nd day will be Sunday, then again 29th day will be Sunday. So in this for every 7 days once the same day will repeat. So we can easily find this concept using odd days. Now moving to question. If today is Thursday, after 32 days it will be dash. So when you divide this 32 by 7, you have complete 4 weeks. So that is 28 days. And you have 4 extra days. So with this 4 extra days is called as odd days. Now you can write this 4 extra days like this. So first day, second odd day, third odd day and fourth odd day. So if first day is Thursday, then the first odd day will also be Thursday. Then second odd day will be Friday, and third odd day will be Saturday, and fourth odd day will be Sunday. So don't choose Sunday as answer because the question is after 32 days. That means you have to find the 33rd day. So if 32nd day is Sunday, 33rd day will be Monday. So answer for this question is Monday. So the concept is really simple. You have to find odd days and you have to map the days with these odd days. Map the days with these particular odd days. So if first day is Thursday, second day will be Friday, third day will be Saturday. So in this consecutive odd days, you have to match the consecutive days of the week. Now moving to second question of the same model. If today is Friday, after 72 days it will be dash. The question is really simple. So when you divide this 72 by 7, 10 times 70 and remainder you have 2. So if first day is Friday, so in these 2 odd days, again the first day will be Friday, second day will be Saturday. So after 72 days, right? So after 72 days in the sense, you have to find the 73rd day, that is Sunday. So Sunday becomes our answer. The concept is really simple, right? Okay, now moving to question number 3. In a normal year, if first day is Thursday, then the last day will be dash. So in normal year, if the first day is Thursday, then the last day will be dash. So in normal year, we totally have 365 days. So in 365 days, we have how many complete weeks? When you divide this by 7, 5 times 35, 115, 2 times 14 and remainder 1. So you have complete 52 weeks as well as 1 odd days as carry. So if first day is Thursday, that is January 1 is Thursday, then December 31 will again Thursday. Hope you understood the concept, right? Now instead of normal year, if you have a leap year, you know in leap year you totally have 366 days. So you will get 2 extra days, that is 2 odd days in the leap year. So if first January is, for example, January 1, 2020. So this is a leap year, right? So you can easily find whether the given year is leap year or normal year using the last 2 digits. So if last 2 digits is divisible by 4, then it is a leap year, right? So January 1, 2020 is a leap year. Now for an example, if January 1, 2020 is Monday, then what is December 31, 2020? See, actually January 1, 2020 is Monday. So our assumption is January 2020 is Monday. Might be it's a different day. For our assumption, we are converting it as Monday, right? So January 1, 2020 is Monday. So December 31, 2020 will be dash. We know in leap year we have 366 days. So once again you will get December 30 as Monday. So December 31 will be next day of this Monday. So December 31 will be Tuesday. Hope you understood the concept, right? So if it is normal year, you will get only 1 odd day. In a leap year, you get 2 odd days. Now moving to question number 4. If July 9th 2013 falls on Sunday, then Jan 7th 2014 falls on which day? So here we have to use the odd day concept for each month, because here you don't have a cycle or you don't have a particular structure like 365 days, 366 days. So you don't have any structure. So here you have to calculate odd days for each month. See, in July 9th 2013 you have how many odd days? In 2013 July, we know in July we totally have 31 days. Out of 31 days, already 9 days gone. So 31 minus 9, you have 22 days, right? So in 22 days, we have 3 complete weeks. So when you divide this 22 by 7, you have 3 complete weeks and only 1 odd day. So after July, it's August, right? So August 2019. So in August, you have 30 days, 31 days. So again, in 31 days, you have, when you divide this 31 by 7, you get 28 days. So remainder, you have 3 odd days. So in September you have 30 days. So when you divide this 30 by 7, you get remainder 2. So you have 2 odd days. So in October you have 31 days. So again you will get 3 odd days. So in November you have 30 days. You will get 2 odd days. In December you get 31 days and again you have 3 odd days. See, in January 7, 2014, you should not take the complete 31 days. You have to consider the day up to 7th. So in January month in 2014 you have only 7 days. So in 7 days you don't have any odd days. So it's 0 odd days, right? Now 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 0. So when you add it, you totally get 14. So in 14 days you don't have any odd days. While dividing by 7 you get 0 odd days. So if January 9, 2030 is Sunday, then January 7, 2014 will be 1 day before Sunday, which is Saturday. So if you get 1 odd day, again we can map it as Sunday. Since you don't got any odd days, you have to take 1 day before the given day Sunday, so which is Saturday. So this becomes our answer. Hope you understood the problem, right? Moving to question number 5. Second and fourth Saturdays and every Sunday is a holiday. How many working days will be there in a month of 30 days beginning on Friday? So first day is Friday. So here odd Saturdays are holidays, right? So odd Saturdays are holidays. So if first day is Sunday, so second day will be Saturday. And next you will get 9th as Saturday. So this is second Saturday, so you will be getting a holiday. Now after that 16th will be a Saturday. You don't need to consider about that. So after 16 plus 7 we get 23. So 23rd is a Saturday. So after 23 you get 30, but you don't need to worry about 30 because it is an odd Saturday. So even Saturdays are 9 and 23. Now after 2 you get 3. So 3 is a Sunday, so it's an holiday. And after 9, 10 is a Sunday, it's a holiday. After 16, 17 is a holiday. After 23, 24 is a holiday. After 30, you have 31. So 31 is a holiday. So you totally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holidays in the 31 days beginning with Friday. So out of 31, if 7 is holiday, remaining we get 24 working days. So this becomes our answer. The question is really simple, right? So we are using plus 7 concept. So if first day is Friday, then 8th day will be Friday. So that is 1 plus 7. So if first day is Friday, when you sum this with 7, you get 8. So 8 is also Friday. So in this way, first day is Saturday, 2 plus 7, 9, 9 plus 7, 16, 16 plus 7, 23, 23 plus 7, 30. So in this way, you can easily find the Saturdays and Sundays and you can come with the answer. Now moving to question number 6. The calendar of the year 2019 will be same as that of the year dash. So here we have a shortcut, but let me explain the traditional approach first. So in 2009, it's a normal year, right? So in 2009, we don't have any, you have only one odd day, right? So in 365 days, you have only one odd day and 52 weeks. So in 2010, again you have one odd day, that is 365 days, you get again one odd day. In 2011, again you get one odd day. In 2012, you get 2 odd days. In 2013, you get 1 odd day. Now, if in 2009, January 1 is Monday, in 2012, it will be 2010 it will be Tuesday. So if it is Monday, in 2010 it will be Tuesday. In 2011 it will be Wednesday. In 2012 it will be Thursday. In 2013, since in 2012 you have 2 odd days, it will be Friday and Saturday. In 2014 you have only 1 odd day, that is Sunday, right? So in 2015 again you will get a Monday, right? So you can use the same calendar of 2009 in 2015, because here you have to compensate the odd days, right? So here you got 1 odd day. So in the consecutive year you will be getting Tuesday. So in 2010 also you will get 1 odd year. So it will be blinking as Wednesday in 2011. In 2011 you get 1 odd day. So it will be blinking as Thursday in 2012. So in 2012 you have 2 odd days. So you get 2 more days extra. So that will be Friday and Saturday. So Saturday will be on 2013 January. So in 2014 you will be getting Sunday. So in 2015 again you will be getting Monday. So you can use the same calendar of 2009 in 2015. So here you have to compensate the odd days to one complete week, because 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. So it's totally 5, 6 and 7. So the 7 days will make a complete week. So only thing you have to make is you have to convert these odd days into weeks. So for this you have to take each year odd days into account and you have to consolidate it. Now this process is little complicated, right? So if it is 2009, okay, but in 2010 this process will not work, because in 2010 you have 1 odd day, right? Imagine January 1, 2010 is Tuesday. So 2011 you get Wednesday, and again you have 1 odd day. In 2012 you get Thursday. Again you have 2 odd days here. In 2013 you get Saturday. You have 1 odd day. In 2014 you get Sunday. Again 1 odd day. In 2015 you get Monday. Again 1 odd day. In 2016 you get Tuesday, but you get 2 odd days. Now listen carefully. In 2010 if first day of January is Tuesday, in 2060 also the first day of January will be Tuesday, but it is a normal year. 2016 is a leap year. So here you have in February only 28 days, but here you have February 29 days. So this trick will not work here. So for this, here we have a sort trick, right? So this traditional approach will not work on this type of problem. So here we have to use the sort trick. So for this type of questions, again you have to continuously process until you are getting a non-leap year. So it's little complicated, right? So here I will explain you what is the trick. Now this 2009 is not a leap year, right? So it's a really simple trick. 2009 is not a leap year. So when you divide this 9 by 4, because you have to check whether it is a leap year or not, right? So when you divide this 9 by 4, you get the remainder 1. So if the remainder is 1, you have to add 6 years with this 2009. See, whenever you get the remainder 1, you have to add 6 years with this given year. So 2009 plus 6, you get 2015. This becomes our answer. So option for this question is A. Hope you understood the problem, right? Now imagine if it is 2010. So in 2010, when you divide this last 2 digits by 4, you get remainder 2. So if you get remainder 2 or remainder 3, what we have to do is you have to add 11, right? You have to add 11 with the given year. So 2010 plus 11, you get 2021. So you can use the same calendar which you used in 2010 for 2021. The answer is, the problem is really simple, right? So if the remainder is 1, you have to add 6 years. If the remainder is 2, you have to add 11 years. So you will get the remainder 1, remainder 2 as well as remainder 3. And you will get one more remainder, which is remainder 0. For example, 2012. It's a leap year, right? So if it is a leap year, you will get the remainder 0. So when you divide this 12 by 4, you will get the remainder 0. So if you get the remainder 0, you have to sum it with 28, right? So you have to sum 2012 with 28 years. So 2012 plus 28, you will get 2040. So you can use the same calendar which you used in 2012 at 2040. So this type of problems is really simple if you use shortcut. But if you go by traditional method, it will consume lot of time. So we shall solve same type of problem. The calendar of the year 1897 can be used again in the year. So 1897 can be used again in the year. So when you divide 97 by 4, you get the remainder 1. So if it is 1, what we have to do? You have to add 6 more years with 1897. So you get 1903. So you can use it in the year 1903. So answer for this question is none. Hope you understood the problem, right? Moving to question number 8. Which year has 366 days? Now we know leap year always have 366 days. Now 2012, it is not actually a century, but here you have the last 2 digit which is divisible by 4. So it is a leap year. If you take 2000, so 2000 is a century. So if it is century, it have to be divisible by 400. So if it is a normal leap year, it can be divisible by 4. So you can consider this as a leap year. But if the leap year happens in century, you have to divide that by 400. Then only we can consider it as a leap year. If you take 1900, so 1900 is a century. It is divisible by 4, but it is not divisible by 400. So it is not a leap year. And 2500, so if you take 2500, it is divisible by 4 but not by 400. So it is not a leap year. So 1700 is a century. So when you divide this by 400, it will not be divisible. So it is not a leap year. So 1200 is a century. So when you divide this by 400, it is divisible by 3 times. So answer for this question is 1200. Hope you understood the problem, right? Moving to question number 9. On 17th March 1997, Monday falls. What day of the week was it on 17th March 1996? So given data is 17th March 1997. What we have to find? 17th March 1996. Now starting from 17th March to 17th March 1997, since it's a leap year, you totally have 366 days, right? So we totally have 366 days. So here you will be getting 2 odd days extra. If the second odd day is Monday, 2 days before Monday will be Saturday. So Saturday becomes answer for this question. So you can expect this type of question also in competitive examination. Now moving to next question. 1/12/1991 is the first Sunday. 1/12/1991 is first Sunday. What is the 4th Tuesday of the December 1991? So if first day is Sunday, if first day of the December in 1991 is Sunday, you have to find the 4th Tuesday. So if first day is Sunday, then Tuesday falls on 3rd. So if first Tuesday is 3rd, when you plus this with 7, you get 10. So 10 is the second Tuesday. Again plus 7, 17 is the third Tuesday. Plus 7, 24 is the 4th Tuesday. So 4th Tuesday falls on 24/12/1991. So this becomes our answer. Hope you understood the problem, right? Now moving to last question of the session. Given that 8th August 2016 is Friday, what was the day on 8th August 1616? You have to find what is 8th August 1616. Given 8th August 2016. See, from 1616 to 2016, you get 400 years. So 400 years is the gap. See, for every 400 years once, the same day will repeat. So if 8th August 1616 is Friday, again 8th August 2014 will be Friday. Then again 8th August 2416 will also be Friday. So in this way, for every 400 years, the same day will repeat. So it is actually a trick. So you can keep this in mind to solve this type of question in less than 5 seconds. Hope you understood all the problems of this session, right? So if you have any doubt, please post it in comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching. Like and share the video to your friends.